Thai television shows because he had never seen any before.
Thank you very much again, and I'm really glad to hear that. But in the same time, I think my show, we had some like Japanese taste and feelings like mixing in it, so it's not a typical or normal like Thai TV show. Apart, if you take Nano out of the story, all of the 13 episodes were inspired by true events.
Oh.
It's all real news that happened in Thailand.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Working on this series.
First of all, I'm a big fan of Japanese manga and TV shows. I mean, like also movies. And there's one actress which I really like. It's Komatsu Nana. And I saw that she's been in so many school TV show and movies. And I had one reference, which is the world of Kanako mixed with Junji Ito, Tomie. So I feel like playing this role in Thailand would make me closer to getting a role that interested me some way. Like, it's not a normal like role that I could find in Thailand at all. We had this reference from Death Note, Desu Noto, and they merged it with the toilet in Thailand, that if you get inside, you always see the writing all over, which is random. And then they designed that, like, if you could hate someone or if you don't like someone enough and you write bad about them, it would really happen. So the episode name was Wonder Wall, which is similar to like Facebook wall. Yes, it is. We're still planning on it, and they are looking for the best solution. It might be a movie instead of another season, or maybe it's another season. So we're still like finding out the best way, because like since it's like an anthology, it finished up in one episode. The creator are not sure that if we continue it, will it get boring or something. Yeah, it's really hard since she's not human. It's hard to portray something you couldn't find any reference at all. So I did a lot of workshop, like trying not to breathe that much, because like when we were trying to create this character, we believe that since she's like a demigod or something like that, she won't need to eat anything, she won't need to drink, no need to sleep or even breathe. And she don't really have feelings for anything. It's like you're looking at ants or small insects. So it's quite hard to portray something above yourself, like we're just a human. So it's really hard for me to picture it and trying to become something which is not real at all. It's very old. I'm not sure, but I think that we didn't have the full like translate version in Thailand. Yeah. I think the part that it's different is actually my character, like I didn't have any interview like overseas, so it's only in Thai language that we were saying that my character is like, she's like the daughter of Saturn.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think one reference that would look similar to her and the whole series would be Jigoku Shoujo. Yes, it's like a TV series and also manga in Japan. It ended in one episode, and they changed the story for every episode. And this one is like, we were referencing to the snake in Eden, like giving out like apples to like human and trying to see that will they be good enough to ignore it or not. I'm really glad like you saw it, like it's something that it's not that focused in the series. But when I read manga, there's always this kind of scene for each character to make them like become more like special. So it's not a normal habit, but I saw this action in a lot of manga. I don't know why. And I think it looked creepy somehow. And actually, I thought of like Ikkyu-san. Yeah. So when I was thinking, I'll be like rolling my hair. Yeah. I watch all kinds of movies, from like thrillers to romantic and comedies. My favorite is Requiem for a Dream. Yes, Lost in Translation and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's two part for me. Like, I normally watch movies at home, but if there's like new movie coming in, I go to like theater for like blockbuster movies and like some very scary thriller movie. I think since we're working in films, we don't really watch movie like normal persons. You'll see like some Earl in that, and you'll see like, and sometimes for some scene, I'm really interested like how did they film it, or how could this really happen? It's not just like having fun or enjoying the movie. I think it's more than that.
Okay, cool.
There is, but it's not in Bangkok. It's more like a local event. They show like movies in like a yard in front of temples or something like that, and they show it like all day, all night during a small festival, which lasts 3 days or maybe 7 days. It might, but in town it's too hot, to stay outside for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's warm all year. We had like only like 3 or 4 days that it's cold enough to wear a sweater. So in Thailand, we had more interesting cinema inside. Like we had one with like sofa, and another one with like a kid's like ball pool. Yeah, and slider inside the theater. I think I love Japan. I mean, like the country is very interesting. It's a mix of like food with culture, history, and future. I love how Japanese portrays things like more natural, but with like a bit of like twist in the mind. Of playing like Japanese games and reading like Japanese novels. I love Japanese food, and I enjoy like traveling around Japan. And I love that you had like so many seasons in one country. For me, not when I was younger, because still now I still want to work in Japan. I'm not like a foreign model that would be easy to work here. And I think I look similar to Japanese people, so they would hire Japanese instead of me. I would love to play Yume go Jamabi from Kakegurui, but they already had like the TV series. Yeah. For this manga, I first watched the series, the anime, which was made by Square Enix. And I'm a big fan of Square Enix and Persona. So I could feel something like that coming out of the series, and I like how they were using gambling as like part of like the main theme. 皆さん、こんにちは。私はキティです。ありがとうございました。Yes.